Hi everyone, Paul Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment and Bolex Repair Philippines. We're going to be cleaning the glass elements, diameter, and viewfinder parts of a Fujica Z800 vintage movie camera. So what we want to do is this. You'll see first you have some mineral water and soap, and these two jars, mineral water, and this is going to be down farther on the road for some rinsing, okay? So first we're going to start with one of the glass elements right here, but what I do want to point out to you first is that it's best to send your camera to a service technician for servicing and repair, and any mistakes you make in any attempt to service or repair your camera, or any mistakes you make to your camera in attempting to repair it and or your person, are all on you. And now that we got that out of the way, I want to show you this part of the viewfinder right here, okay? As you can see right there, this part right here is simply held in with glue. If you look around there at the corners, it's held on with glue. So to make sure, what you'd be looking through there is your exposure, okay, settings, okay? And it's simply a piece of plastic, really, and it's glued in there. And this is why we're using soap and water, mineral water. Nothing harsh, okay? But believe me, for a vintage camera, when you get one, they're going to contain fungus, all right? And yes, before I drop these down in here, this one I'm going to have to put in there because there's no other way to take it out. So I'm just going to have to kind of nicely drop this one down in here off to the side like that. Okay? That's what I'm going to have to do. The rest of them, well, what we can use are pipe cleaners. You stick the pipe cleaner in there, turn it up like this, twist it around a bit, okay? There's a reason for this. Put it down in there and sit it down that way. This way you don't have to dig for the thing later. All right. Now the pipe cleaner, stick this part in there, just like so. All right, pull it out there. Twist it around. There we go. And we're going to let these sit in here and soak for a while is what we're going to do. Alright, and then we're going to have to clean them. I also have my white cotton gloves on here because first, this glass element is just dirty. Okay? So what I've got to do is just get the dirt off of it, any type of fungus. And believe me, these vintage movie cameras are going to have fungus on them. You just can't get away from it. I'm going to tilt the glass and let this slide on in easily. Okay? Just like that. Now you can see I've got everything set up, and I'm going to probably let this sit for about 20 minutes. I'm going to come in here after that, and then it's going to be time for a microfiber cloth. Okay? With a microfiber cloth, we're going to start cleaning everything off. And you want to make sure you wear gloves because you don't want the oils, the body oils from your fingers, okay, to get onto the glass elements, because your thumbprint and the body oils can stick onto the glass element, and when you apply any type of glass cleaner on there, it can permanently stick upon the glass element. Okay? Okay, so what I've done is I've removed this part of the viewfinder and used my brain power to take a pipe cleaner and attach to the outside. So I can just simply take this and put it inside the water, the mineral water right there, and that way I can rinse off the soap. Okay. Take that right back out. Remove this. And you want to do this as quickly as possible, so while it's still wet, you want to go ahead and take a Q-tip and start getting down inside of here and drying everything out. Check for any type of dirt. Don't push down, because if you do that, you can puncture it and pull this piece out right here. Okay, at the end of my pencil eraser. And we don't want that. So round and round, all the way up. And on the other side, get this part too. Make sure everything's dry. Okay. It's going to dry anyway, but see? Get the dirt right there. So that means we can use another Q-tip. Always going to have this type of thing on a vintage camera. See there? Look at that. All right. Got that there. Microfiber cloth. Give it a cleaning. All the way around there. And yes, there is this glue right here, so you can use a micro tool to just scrape that off, and you can see how that's going right there. See there? It just comes right off. That's it. Next. Okay, so as you can see, I've really scraped all the glue off of there. It's really strong and really sticky, but once you soak it in soap and water for about 20 minutes, it doesn't stand a chance. At least not in my experience. Good enough. All right, so we'll put that in a clean area for right now. On to the next piece. Pull this right up out of the solution. And we'll untie this. All right. Once again, there you go, microfiber cloth, dry this off. Here, this time it's a little bit less stressful. Just take it. You can run this through there. The screwdriver's fine. Run that on through. And you're done. Next. Same thing. You do want to, after you finish this, view my video on the using a lamp to destroy the fungus. I'll put that in the description. lamp. Even on these pieces right here, because we're going to have fungus on them that you can't see. Look for any type of glue. You got some right there. The soap and water on fungus will not suffice. All right. Good enough. Focus pole, there we go. And there we are. Check your glass elements, okay? And either your lens, like here, and your other glass elements in your viewfinder. If you see anything like this, like spiderweb type of images or plant root type of images, then you've got, that's fungus right there. That's what that is. And you want to keep that glass element and those lenses or the camera itself away from other cameras until you have this serviced. This camera right here, the lens, you know, the fungus is too deep. It's actually grown inside of the glass element itself. So that glass element is destroyed. Nothing can be done about it. Okay, you can use a jeweler's loupe and actually, like so, and get up close and personal and check your glass elements for any type of thing in there. Again, I will put the information for these elements like you see in the jar right there for the UV lamp in the description of this video. That will help you. That will have to be done after all this cleaning is done right there. Alright, so next I'm going to go ahead and pour this solution over here and get this glass element out. A little bit more. Alright. I'm going to get myself wet, apparently. Come on, you. Cooperate. All right. There we go. Okay, that got really clean. All right, microfiber cloth. Find a good clean spot on it. Now, I'm using the microfiber cloth and my gloves. You're going to use latex gloves as well. That's great too. All double the protection. Scrub this on both sides. Not too hard as it could break the element. Then you got a real problem. Okay. The black stuff that came off is just the side of the element. That's all that is. Alright, so I'll rinse that off next. I'm going to take this glass element right here. And I'm going to easily drop it down inside this water, this mineral water. Tilt it to the side. Don't drop it down from the top. Could crack it. Not a good idea. Alright, now since I've done that, just simply go back down in here and retrieve it, whichever way you want to do. So this way I'm going to have to pour the water out. Alright, pipe cleaner, glass element, and we'll pull that straight up. Yep, slid down. do that again. It's easier when all the water is removed. All right. Right off. We're good. So again, check this thing out. Make sure it didn't have any spider web images on there or root-like images. Other than that, you're fine. Okay? Okay, so with the rest of the glass elements and their housings, simply repeat the process. Okay. This is inside of the soap and water. Tilt it. Okay. Drop it in ever so lightly. You are being troublesome. Okay. And again, we'll give all this about 20 minutes. Okay, so 20 minutes later approximately. That's good enough. Let's take the solution and I'm going to dump it into this jar. A bit of a synchronization here. Tilt it like this in case a glass element spills out, but it should get right near the edge of the jar. All right, so there you go. Now we can just pull everything out with a pipe cleaner. Okay, so the other parts I have, I went ahead and rinsed and cleaned those off. Here's this glass element there at the end of my pencil eraser. I've simply done the same thing. Just pick that up. I've already soaked it in the mineral water, wiping it off dry. Okay? And I'll put that off to the side in a clean area on my mat. Okay then. So the next thing to do is the elements you see right here at the end of my pencil eraser. I'll go ahead and drop them in this soap and water. The same type of thing. Get my thumb in there. Okay. So this is what you're looking at. All right. Tilt this forward. Let it roll in. Okay, same process, about 20 minutes. Okay, so now that I'm retrieving the glass element here, you simply pull that out just like before. If I can get it to lock onto there, then that's great. All right. And one suggestion here is make sure you're using a screen to actually, when you're pouring the water out, either it's the water or the soap and water, when you still have the glass elements in there. So if the glass element is still in here and you're pouring the water out to drain some, make sure you're using this. So if the glass element happens to fall, then you're going to safely catch it here. All right. So this will come in helpful. All right. So now I'm going to release this. There we go. And back to that microfiber cloth. All right. Rubbing this off. Make sure you check them. Any type of fungus. And again, this is the last part of the process. Then you can put them under the UV light. I'll have that up in the description there. This blackness was just a basic coating that was on the side. Rubbed off right there. Okay, so we're all dry, we're all good, and there we are. Some dirt right there, get it off. I'm going to set this right on top of the mat and put that on there. So what I've done here is once you have taken your glass elements and really the parts here, because they're going to be, and they are connected, okay, you go ahead and put them under the UV light, and again I'll put that link up in the description. And if I forget about it, do let me know. You want to make sure you destroy that fungus that's going to be in there that you cannot see. All right, because these vintage cameras will have some type of fungus that you cannot see. All right, then you can bag them like this and then label them. This is what I do, and I just file them away, because that way I can go back and retrieve the parts that I need. And the reason for that being is this. You don't want to keep the glass elements in here, because there is around in here in this film compartment there is fungus, and this chassis in here. Okay, so you're going to remove that and take those parts out and so forth. Okay, is what you want to do. These parts you can leave and get to them at your own leisure if you ever going to need them, but you'll have them when they are. Okay, this one I still got to get out, and it's just giving me really trouble, but I'll fool with it when I need it. So there we have it, the Fujica Z800. Removing the diameter, the viewfinder parts and the glass elements, and getting in there and cleaning those out. Okay, and keeping those free of fungus as much as possible. Alright, do contact me at the social media outlets provided on the screen, and remember, as always, do subscribe. Until next time, later.